of our economy.
Beautiful submissions you've made, and especially reeling out numbers coming from different regions of this country. If you look at the Northwest, which is now benefiting largely from the projects done by this administration, and then the Southwest, you mentioned the figure. Lagos alone is also getting 1.2 trillion, and that's due to the Lagos-Calabar, coastal highway and all of that. But if you look at it, the Northerners are making noise, especially the Arewa Consultative Forum, the leaders among them. They're saying that it is skewed in favor of the South, which obviously, with the figures you've read out and the response by the federal government, is not the same. But is this now not a counterbalance, or now belying the fact that there is an apparent imbalance which potentially violates Section 14 of Section 3 of the 1999 Constitution that speaks to the federal character, so much so that a region is not seen as benefiting more than the other one? Do you not see these as, the northern leaders now shooting themselves in the foot? Because with these figures, it shows that they are even benefiting more. So shouldn't we now take it to other states?
So that's exactly my point. So I think that it is enough. I mean, enough of the politics. We cannot continue to politicize the issue of our national development in this country. The country is developing. We are seeing projects. A lot of times, people don't fact check these things. They just go by what they hear on the news. The country is developing. Projects are springing up here and there. The Calabar Coastal Highway cuts across 9 states. 9 states, from Lagos to Ogun to inward, Abia and all that. Inward, Calabar, and Cross River and Akwa Ibom. So it's not just about one region benefiting totally. It's about understanding that these projects cannot be done at the same time. It requires huge funding, and you must understand that it is also very important that we execute one project and deliver properly before we start to do others. Because we've seen times when governments, run project concurrently, and everything now becomes abandoned eventually because it's difficult to monitor everything at the same time. So let's finish one, let's start one and finish one before we can start thinking about other regions. So I've talked about, the amount of money spent on other regions, the Southwest, the South, the North Central, and all that. So these are projects, a lot of projects ongoing in different parts of the country. We're talking about, even this administration is talking about the Renewed Hope Cities Estate Project. That's a project that will create about 500,000 jobs across the country. Across the country, the government is talking about building 500, almost 100,000 housing units across the country to solve the housing deficits. So those are projects that would translate to national prosperity for all of us. Those are projects that would attract investors. At one point in this country, anywhere you go, you see expatriates, churning out projects and all that. But now you can see that it's kind of deserted. So let's understand that it's a process, and it will get there.
We'll get there. But when we talk about all these projects, Nigerians, before when we were doing the newspaper, we had a conversation that Nigerians, they do not understand when you say project. As long as they don't have money in their pockets, they are not thinking that, they do not think that the economy is growing. They will tell you that.
Well, that's the translation for a layman.
Let me tell you, for a layman, somebody will tell you, I want chop road. Those are the things they say. They do not understand that in a long run, this, like you said, you have to be patient. But I want to speak on solutions. What can be done for them to feel included? The regions that feel that they are not included, what can be done? Is it that we need to publicize a lot more about them? Because you said in the beginning that a lot of them are also getting allocations, but we don't get to hear about it. We only get to hear about some, which should not be. And we know that our president is someone that likes to include a lot of regions together. So what is the solution for them not to feel excluded?
So I think the way forward is for the government to understand that this project should cut across. For it to make meaning to a layman on the streets. It shouldn't just be road. It shouldn't just be overhead bridges. The average man wants to understand is he wants to have food on his table.
Exactly.
So and the way that will happen is for, like I said, these projects are creating jobs. But let's those who are really unemployed get these jobs. If this Renewed Hope Housing and the cities estate kicks off, it's going to be giving an average artisan 5,000 naira per day. In a month, that's about 150,000 naira, which is even way more than our minimum wage. So, and it's going to create about almost 500,000 jobs for people. So when a layman can be gainfully employed and he can go back home, with something on his hand to give to his family, that's when these things will make real meaning to the layman. But to many of us who are experts in the field, we see a lot of significant progress in terms of projects, and we see the potential investment is going to bring into this country. Our GDP needs to change. We need to move up from the figure we have now to what we used to be in 4 years, 5 years ago.
Okay. I just want to say something quickly. Did you say 500 or 5,000 naira?
5,000 naira per day for an artisan.
Oh, okay.
Per day.
For an artisan. Now, that connotes that the person has a skill.
A skill, yes.
Yeah.
But a lot of our young men do not have skills.
Yes.
You know, so maybe this will be a very good opportunity to tell them, go learn something.
Yes,
go
exactly.
have a handwork. And for those Nigerians that are saying, projects we go chop, look, these projects are the ones that create the jobs and make the money go round. That's just my
and they even make the country and they even make the country very, very livable.
Yeah.
You can imagine, you can see what has happened in recent weeks where people cannot even drive on the road without the fear of not being having an accident or something.
Yeah.
So if you can wake up in the morning, go to work, come back without it ensures safety. And so that will also translate to you, because with that we're saving lives.
Oh yes.
So it will translate to meaningful things to the layman.
Why is the Ministry of Information not churning out these information as they happen?
Yes.
Because I see an information gap. That's why some people can stand up and say, look, we are not satisfied, you are not satisfied. But when you turn around, they are the ones that are really having the big chunk of the cake.
Yes.
So it shows that there's a gap.
There is.
Would you want to talk to the Ministry of Information or maybe the National Orientation Agency too?
So the honest truth is, a lot of times the government is busy doing one project or the other, and there are information, and these are information that needs to go out to the public. Yeah. So the public can, it's about accountability.
Yes,
so
exactly.
So the companies, so the citizens can know that these projects are ongoing, and this is when we will deliver. So, but if citizens don't hear this news and don't get to know about this project, they'll feel that nothing is going on.
Exactly.
And a lot of times they now think that you are waiting for election time to come. And that's why sometimes, again, a lot of these projects sometimes are used as bargaining chip for elections. So we must desist from that. That's not going to help us as a country. Our national development is very, very important and critical. So in cases where we hold on to project delivery timelines because we want to use it to campaign, should stop in this country.
Yeah.
We should not be playing policy with our lives.
Actually, your point actually